Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everything is set up and going right. We are running solo this evening, and so just go ahead and start in. Great to have everybody in here on Thursday night. It is indeed Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you're here with us, well, me, at Bar Run Forge. It's great to have you here, and we'll go ahead and say hi to everybody, and we'll talk about what all is going on. Gail, in fact, this is a live, in case you were wondering. So we say hi to Gail at Gail Southern Living, Dana Maggiore at DE Mag, Scott at Rambling with the Brooms, Jeff Woodring, Kyle Jones, and Grace. Who else? Eric, lurking in the background for a bit. That's all right. And Mr. Baca, D. Baca Maker. Daniel, how are you? And folks from Little Ridge Farm. Great to have you guys in here as well. And if I've missed anybody so far, please let me know. And there's Tish Ross. No judgment with Tish Ross. And I think we got everybody. Did I get everybody announced that was here? But indeed, I am here solo this evening. Eli is on his way back. Robert Whitney, hello. Eli is on his way back from a vacation down in the Smokies. So he'll be back here late this evening. He won't be back in time for the live stream. My guess is he'll probably pop in here and say hello. We're going to say hi again to Robert Whitney, Mr. Drew Wilson, Susie Jacobson. Some of these folks are planning on being here in just 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow will be the gathering, the third annual gathering. Now, some of you folks are planning on being here. Again, we'll jump in and say hello to Mr. Thomas Goodymoot. It's Troy. It's me. Going good, man. Doing well. Kenny from Metal Man. And man, what a blessing to have you guys in here. I will not be able to I will not be able to communicate with everybody as far as the chats go, but I'll try to keep up with everybody online. There may be a little bit more talking going on this evening. I've got a couple projects that I want to kind of finish up, but I'm going to try to take it a little easy today. I had a little tummy bug most of the day, so I'm going to go fairly easy. We may do a lot of dadney in tonight. Who knows what might happen? And but I also may find another small project to do. We've got plenty going on, but I want to talk to you. Yeah, Eli's still on vacation until, like you said, he'll be there late this evening. And somebody is texting me. Oh, I've got a guest coming back here briefly. To pick up an item from me, and I was just communicating with him. So we'll have a good friend of mine, Possum Sausage, Gary Graham, Mr. Crawford, everybody jumping in here. We made my good friend, his name is Bob. I've known Bob for more than 25 years, and his church is doing a prayer walk, and they actually wanted a Roman spear, a Roman pilum. And oddly enough, we were making one, and again, that was our first attempt. I'd never really done anything like that. We plan on making one a little bit better, a little bit more ornate, but this one was supposed to be very utilitarian, and so he's going to be here in just a second. He asked if I was in the barn. I don't know if that means he's here or what, but anyway, I'm going to kick this back on for just a minute to get some of that rolling. But yeah, the gathering 2 weeks from tomorrow. Still not too late. Still not too late to get in, get involved, get here. Love to have you guys here if you have the opportunity. We've got spots to tent camp. We've got spots to put your camper up. And there's my buddy right there, just as we were going live. So I'll briefly, we're going to say hi to him, show him today's package. Hi, brother. Take a gander. While he's looking at his prize there, no matter how good or bad it is. But anyway, yeah, we just went live, and so I'm kind of greeting everybody and telling everybody what you were after, what you're doing here. So yeah, we're going to try to finish up the campfire cook set that's going out to Empty Homestead. They're having their gathering, their version of a gathering out in Oklahoma at 10 Killer Lake. And so we're donating a grill set, which is a steak turner, a roasting fork, spatula, and tonight I'm going to finish up making the kind of springy round tongs. So those things are going out. I need to put a little bit of an arc to this one yet, but that'll be going out here this evening. And we got a couple other projects on the mix. We've got a whole bunch of videos to be done. We've got other projects that are ready to go out. There's a couple sitting here on the swage block stand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you think, man? Yeah? Now, if he's willing, I'm going to have him step in front of the camera up here. Are you willing to be in? You don't care. This is my buddy Bob Brown, and like I said, I've known Bob for 26 years or more at least. Yeah. And I'm going to hold the microphone up here so they can also hear you. Yeah. I don't know why they want to do that, but anyway. I don't either. So Bob requested that we make them a Roman spear, and I decided to go with the Roman pilum, which was a more javelin style spear, but all Roman soldiers would have carried them, and you're probably going to use it on a Easter related event. I'm guessing. We are.
Yeah, we're doing a prayer walk tomorrow night.
Yeah.
At our church, and one of the steps is the Roman spear.
Okay, very cool. So, for whatever it's worth and whatever it is, there it is. It's a Roman pilum. There may or may not be a video coming out this weekend on the finished product of that. We did part 1 for Tuesday's video, and then the assembly and the finish on it for Saturday's video. So hopefully you like it.
I do.
Hopefully it does what it's supposed to do.
I think it will.
Yeah, I put him on the spot because you bring him on. He's like, oh no, this is a piece of crap off screen. So
well, I'll tell you later.
Now the other thing you'll notice is he is a veteran, retired Air Force. Don't hold that against him. And what was your old saying about Marines?
Army, they judge, or they, let's see, there's a couple of sayings.
They sleep under the stars.
The Army is digging a foxhole in the rain, saying, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
The Marines are digging the same foxhole in the rain, going, man, it doesn't suck enough. The Air Force is in the hotel going, what? No cable?
Right.
Man, this sucks.
I think another one shared with me is like the Marines fight under the stars.
To sleep under the stars.
Yeah.
The Navy navigates by the stars, and we judge the hotels by the stars.
Truer words.
Little bit of.
But he admits it, so yeah. But we're thankful for all our veterans. We've got a lot of veterans on here, and we recognize them on a regular basis. But we're thankful for his service, and you're currently working as a private contractor consultant.
No, not private. I'm working civil service.
Okay.
Up at Wright-Patterson, we have a multi-million-dollar contract with a contractor who is supposed to take care of my simulator, where pilots and loadmasters come in and get their training.
Right.
It's a C-17 simulator, which we have the aircraft up at Wright-Patterson.
Okay. Now you flew on C-130s, right?
I started off as a mechanic on C-130s, transitioned to a flight engineer on C-141s, then C-5s, and then retrained to be a loadmaster on the C-17.
Well, there you go. There it is. Yeah. Well, we got to go USAF. That's Mr. Crawford down in Texas.
Oh, there you go.
I know there aren't any Air Force guys down in Texas, are they? Good. So yeah, we're glad to have Bob with us. We were planning on going on a golfing trip together, and plans changed, but that's okay. I'm sure they'll muddle through without me.
We probably won't end up in prison.
As a result, everybody will stay out of prison for that. Well, brother, it's good to have you. We're
appreciate it.
Hopefully that works out for you. You're welcome to cop a squat there and watch things happen. Or
Mom asked me if I brought supper.
Oh, you're really?
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I'll send you a check later.
Okay, sounds good. All right, buddy.
I'll get off camera. You guys take care. Have fun. Army. What?
Yeah.
What? Army. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
We got them all in there, buddy. So, all right. Well, as we're talking about the gathering, April 21st to the 23rd, that is something you guys can still get involved in. There's going to be some good food. I think we had some folks coming in. Who else came in? Bobby Lonis. I think we said hi to Thomas Goodymoot. and Will at Athol Ironworks. For those of you who are waiting on stuff to get shipped out, it is sitting ready to go. Sitting ready to go. I just got to get myself to town. So,
See you, brother.
all right, see you, buddy. Love you, dude.
Love you.
So let's get into it. Is there any other business to bring before the company tonight? It's kind of a we do have these kind of odd the barf army. There may be a thing, I don't know. It is kind of odd not having Eli here, so we'll try to make our way through it. Possum sausage. I think I said hello, but if not, say hello again. Where did Napoleon keep his armies? In his sleeveys. That's exactly it. So, trying to think what else I need to address. Oh, you guys have probably seen the birthday video by now. If you haven't, check that out on the website. You'll see the first portion of the Roman Pilum, Gary's retired army. That's correct. The Roman Pilum, the first part is on for Tuesday's video. It's already happened. And I think we're going to have one come out Saturday right before Easter. And then there's Roy. Roy come in here to watch a flub of a live stream, I'm sure. But anyway, we're here. The birthday stream, or not stream, but the birthday video that came out on Monday for my birthday. Thankful so much to you guys who took the time out of your schedules to wish me happy birthday, whether it be in video form or text or phone call or Facebook message, all those kinds of things. The old man appreciates it. So yeah, I hit 50 on Monday, and my true friends contacted me on Monday, if not before. Some other people are waiting till right now to do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I had a ridiculously blessed, maybe you might even say a stupid blessed birthday. Now officially a half century old, but I received some really, really cool gifts and also greetings and just it was fantastic. One of the things I got, my bride got me a set of big old bolt jaw tongs and a Hoffy style hammer. I haven't dressed this yet, but I will. The bolt jaw tongs, we grabbed up some inch stock the other day, and man, it just did a fantastic job with inch square. I'm sure it'll do good for round as well. One of my folks from church, dear friend, you may have seen these around, these red little 65-pound red anvils that have been kind of making their way around the interweb. I know a couple people that might have a few of those here and there. Some people have even abused them. I don't know why they would do such a thing. But anyway, somebody from the church said, hey, that just came up on my Amazon, and I knew you wanted something blacksmithing. So he went out and purchased one of the new Doyle 65-pound anvils for me. So we've got one of those here in the shop. So I'm looking forward to using that. That may end up be our travel anvil as a possibility. I don't know yet. We'll give it a shot. Here are some people who are doing some testing on it, so maybe I'll have to go check out more of their videos, additional of their videos. I've seen all of them about the anvil. I see their videos. I watch their videos. So anyway, yeah, so we had a great birthday with that. There was some other stuff that Bobby, good grief, buddy, this amazing veining swedge. My friend has one of these, and I've used it on multiple occasions to put the texturing in on my leaves. And now I have one for myself. So I am excited about that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I'll be having more videos coming soon on them. I'll bet you will. I bought one to put under Roy's treadle hammer. Nice. All right. So without further ado, it's great to have you guys in here. I'm going to try to make, I need to put an arc in this spatula. And I got this spatula blank from, I don't know, someplace up north, some blacksmithing joint up north. And so I'll finish this up, put a finish on the rest of the stuff all at once. I do have to make kind of an edge on this one yet, so I'll do that, and then we'll send this out. I'm going to try to make. I've never really made it before. I'm going to make. Yeah, actually, I did. Made some over at Hans's out of stainless, just a set of kind of springy tongs. So I'll do my best on that. I'm not sure exactly how that'll work, but we'll give that a shot and get going. Enough yak yak, more whack whack, right? So I'll put that there. We'll probably use that some. And let's get her in the fire. So as always, it is great to have you guys with us, or with me this evening. We can't say us this evening because Eli's just not here. He's not. What happened? Lost some sausage. What did he say? Okay, we'll see you here in a little bit. It might be blacksmithingblanks.com. I don't know. I've been working. Haven't gotten a lot done on the blacksmith shop here of late. I've been working pretty much day in and day out, getting ready for planting and getting ready for a bunch of other stuff. Spring's been pretty hectic, and we've got stuff going on at the church and at the house, and Michelle's got a lot of doctor's visits of late. So been working on our planter first and foremost. We were working on it with one of the techs last night, and we finally figured out it wasn't communicating with the monitor system. So that planter, and I know most of this should be, everything's content, but that planter has a monitoring system. So it tells you when the seed is dropping. It rates it. It tells you how fast you should be driving, and it monitors your speed of driving and travel. And we weren't getting any communication at all. Hello, Raquel at Cottonwood Ranch. Howdy, 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 she says. Everybody taking my moniker. I don't want that. No, I'm kidding. So hours and hours and hours of us trying to figure out what was going on with this thing. It's okay, well, let's start tracking wires down. So we start tracking wires, and some of the loom for this goes through the tongue of the planter. And so I reached back in the tongue of the planter, and I was feeling, you know how when you grab a cable that's frayed? I was grabbing just copper wires, and they were bare. So we pulled it out, resoldered back in all 11 wires, heat shrink, wrapped them again, stuffed them back in there, tried everything again, no go. And so I was getting pretty frustrated. We were getting ready to kind of do a whole new look at things, and I said, let's just check. The connection didn't seem to want to lock together real well. So I took the planter side of the connection apart, and when I took the planter side of the connection apart, not one of the wires was connected to the plug. They were either corroded or bent and twisted and completely screwed up. Oh, Vita, hello. And so, okay, so we'll take all the pins out and start putting. We started to do that, and I said, wait a minute, let me check something else. And Travis from Ohio Ag Equipment, just phenomenal. This guy's amazing. So he said, let's take the tractor side apart. We took the tractor side apart, and they were all corroded and gone. So it wasn't making any connection from the tractor to the planter at all. So he started to take apart and put new pins in. He said, wait a minute. I have Caterpillar connectors, male and female connectors, 12 pin, and we only need 11 wires. It's finally made it live. It's great to have you. So anyway, when it was all said and done, he connected all 11 wires in this brand new Caterpillar connector, and we fired it up, and it lit up like a Christmas tree, like it was supposed to right from the beginning. And we were both extremely relieved, to say the least. But so now I've been working on the other mechanical sides of things. We bought that planter kind of out of necessity because we didn't have a corn planter. Well, we did years ago, but it got sold. So I was, kind of scrambling around, and I found the brand of planter that I wanted, really, really cheap. But it's what I could afford at the time, and so that's what we got. And it just needed some love, needed some care, and so we're just kind of slowly working our way through mechanically and putting it all back together. For anybody who knows anything about crop farming, hi, Bill Corey. How are you, buddy? Bill's going to be here next 2 weeks from tomorrow. If you know anything about farming, that planter last year planted all our corn, and we still ended up with an average of 138 bushels of corn per acre, which is not great, but fertilizer price last year went through the roof. Seed price was high, and so I didn't put any fertilizer on. The reason why I didn't do that is I've spoken with several agronomists, and we were falling in behind soybeans. And on any kind of soil with soybean residue alone, it produces enough nitrogen, puts enough nitrogen back in the soil that you can grow at least 100 to 110 bushel corn. So we kind of rode it, and so we took out a huge amount of input into the crop. So we had very low input in the planter, we had very low input in the seed, and didn't add any fertilizer or anything. We sprayed one time and still got 138 bushel, 137.8 bushel corn. And what we didn't know was the planter was skipping a row, which meant every time I turned around, it was that end row, it was skipping 2 rows. I was losing 2 rows per round. So needless to say, I was missing rows. I didn't put fertilizer on, and I still got 138 bushel corn. So this year, we've already added some fertilizer. We've done some knife-in hog manure, liquid hog manure, and we're adding some other things as well to try to keep the cost down there. But fixing the planter, having the depth, correct, monitoring it, all that kind of fun stuff, should be a good year. I'm really looking forward to it. The tractor's perfect for that piece of equipment. Now, if the operator can get it done right, seed comes tomorrow, so all our seed for the season will be here except for our double crop soybeans. So our seed will be here tomorrow. We'll be able to start getting everything ready to start planting. We can plant corn as early as April 15th. I don't know that we'll be able to do that, but we can. But I'm kind of excited. The wheat crop is looking good out there. The folks that come for the gathering are going to see some young, very green, nice-looking wheat, and that'll get harvested in late June, early July possibly, and follow it up with straw, bale the straw off of it, and then it'll get double crop soybeans in behind it. And if you're not familiar with that process, wheat is your first crop, and once you've taken the wheat off, you can come back with soybeans, so a short season soybean. And so we'll come back with a short season soybean, which means that field, our largest field, will produce a second crop for the season. So they call it double crop. And we'll be able to bale the straw, market and sell the straw. That reminds me, if anybody needs straw, let me know. I'm going to have a few thousand square bales. We've got a new square baler, so that's new to us. All right, so I think we can put a little bit of an arc to it here. I like that. All right, so we'll set that aside, and then that will get a coating later on, probably of the good old beeswax, and we'll move over to making the tongs. Yeah, the problem may be in the driver's seat, the loose nut behind the steering wheel, that's for sure. Potatoes are in the ground. There may or may not be a video on that coming up. Don't know. I switched things up a little bit with our potatoes. Hey, some people make their YouTube millions. I'm gonna make mine, and I'm gonna make all my millions in corn and soybeans. Who believes that? Maybe potatoes. I'll make my millions in potatoes. So I switched things up a little bit on the how to grow the potatoes this year. I still went with straw bales, just to give you a little heads up. Michael Hayes, hello. Good to have you in here. But yes, I did switch up the format. The overall format is how we were planting our potatoes and growing our potatoes this year. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. I hope I got enough. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe not. We'll spend $3 million to do it. Yeah. Yep. My dad was a school teacher, taught chemistry, physics, science, math, and he always said he had to teach school to support his farming habit. I feel like that almost that way with blacksmithing to farming or preaching. All right, I think I've got enough for it now. We shall see. We planted some kind of standard, I guess you would call them russet style potatoes, and then we planted some Kennebecks, good old Kennebecks, and those are pretty hardy potatoes. So I think they'll do just fine. So we got about 10 pounds of potatoes planted. And if they do anywhere near how last year's went in the kind of stand-up straw bales, I would say we'll probably have somewhere in the realm of, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds of potatoes. Which will make my wife quite happy. She is a potato connoisseur. See how close we are. All right. That part essentially done. Let's see what everybody's doing here. A spudaholic, yeah. She is. She's never met a spud she didn't like. That's quite all right. Wayne Heights, we love you, buddy. We've got blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, cherry, apple, and pear. Not sure the pear made it through. Yeah, I was checking our uh, berries and fruit trees and things like that. We've got some that did well. One that we really did not do well was our um, grapes. Our grapes essentially failed over the winter. So, but the blackberries, black raspberries, and red raspberries are doing fantastic. And we've got blooms on most of our fruit trees. The peach tree probably looks the best right now, but the cherry tree is doing all right. We've got 3 apple trees. Yeah, I think 3 apple trees. So we'll heat that up a little bit. I'll let that set in there. Mr. Chris Schaefer. So we'll talk here real quickly. See, I've got a few people that are planning on being here in a couple weeks. Mr. Bill Corey will be here, and he's going to help us with some tong making. Mr. Roy Adams is going to be here. I believe doing the same thing. Maybe. We'll see. Bobby Lonis will be here. Chris Schaefer will be here. Jeff Killian, but I don't see Jeff here this evening. I'm trying to think if I saw anybody else. Frank Strock claims to be here, I think. Matt Hobbs, Ben Strickland. Oh, goodness. Who else? Go down the list. And who all is planning on being here? Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse plans to be here. We got a few others, I think, that are coming. I agree with you, Michael. There is no produce like farm produce. It's good stuff. Oh, strawberries. Yeah, mom had to move all her strawberries because the chipmunks had got into them last year, so we had to redistribute those. And hazelnut. Ooh. So what I'm going to try to do, I probably should have measured that first, like a big dummy. Troy's going to be there. I'll be there. I don't know who that guy is, but 32, 16. So I'm just going to do a little bit of flattening here to create a bit of a spring, so to speak. Not much, but I just a little bit. So we'll heat that back up in that area. And then we'll get the old bending jig out. That one, yes. Okay. Let's see if I said hi, everybody. Ed at Mule Kick. Good to see them. I think I said hi to Drew. Drew says apricot trees. No, that stinks. Eli's going to be there at Troy Jr., or we call him 2.0 or XL. He's a large version of me. It's going to be a good time. We've actually got the majority, a lot of the food has kind of been prepped and cooked already. I think the pork, Saturday evening's pork is already, if not all of it, most of it is already done and ready to be just kind of re-smoked and heated and stuff like that. So we're looking forward to that. That's for dang sure. All right, let's see here. Take that. And that's warm. Dummy. we can even that up a little bit. That definitely needs to be reviewed a little bit. So it got quiet in here. Yeah. Flying from Bloomfield, New Mexico. Well, good luck. Safe travels, brother. Definitely. We're getting there. That part got a little warm on me. Yeah, we got a little bit more adjustment to make there. I think we'll be in business. Harvesting is easier than eating them. I don't even know where we're at. I lost track there. There should be plenty of meatloaf. There should be plenty of meatloaf. If you have not ever tried it before, smoked meatloaf, and that's what will be here Friday night. Friday night, smoked meatloaf and some veggies, and well, guess what? Troy's an idiot, and I know what Bill Corey's going to say. I know what Bill Corey's going to say. I know what Bill Corey's going to say. You got me distracted. What the heck? We'll give it a shot. If not, these will be meat skewers. Scarf it. Yep. Yep. We'll see. I don't know if it'll work or not. If not, it's okay. This was an add-on anyway. Yep. Okay. We'll set that aside. Ain't no big deal. Hold, please. We'll give her another shot. Now, don't distract me. Go to commercial. Come on, Eli. Go to commercial. Well, Will, we really hope you can make it next year, man. We wish you could be here, but we understand. Hopefully you can be here next year. Things happen. I get it. Christ Ironworks does make the best flux, don't they? I did not get enough. Ah. Now, I won't be afraid. I'll be blessed. Hey, Troy, look at me. Look at me. I'm telling you what, man. We'll get her. The haunted gathering. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. from behind the porch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to let him get me this year. Don't know if I'll let old Roy tackle me this year. All right, got that made again. There's a bear in the shop. Well, there kind of is. There kind of is a bear in the shop. There's a hay bear in the shop. I'm going to grab you one of my, what I'll call Christmas presents with a question mark. So a bunch of people who used to be my friend got me a little something for my birthday. I'm telling you, this is Hey Bear. We're gonna put a sign on Hey Bear, and he will have a place in the shop. Trust me. So if you don't know the story, here it is. Last year at the gathering, we had a skunk kind of pestering us a little bit and bothering us, and so we started talking about how you treat certain animals, and if you meet a bear in the woods, you get your arms wide and you say, "Hey bear, hey bear, hey bear," and so we essentially treated our skunk friend like a bear that you would meet in the woods, and so he got the nickname, our little skunk friend did, of Hey Bear. uh, so Hey Bear became a little bit of a nuisance to us, and I didn't want somebody getting sprayed while they were here. So he was out in one of the fields out there, and I went and grabbed my rifle, and I thought, okay, he's kind of down in one of the hollers, one of the ditches there. Not really a holler, but he's almost swelled down the ditch. So I got up on top of the grain bin, overlooking where that was, and get to a high point, shoot down, and I missed. Not only did I miss, I missed multiple times while multiple people were watching. Let's just say it that way. Multiple people were watching, and I missed multiple times. Which, knowing this group, I'm sure you know that they were very very kind. Didn't bring it up that I missed. It was never mentioned again. Right. So, needless to say, Troy gets kind of dogged about his missing of Hay Bear. Although one evening while I was out here, Hay Bear showed up again, and I proceeded to make Hay Bear go away with a bullet. So there's no more Hay Bear, and some of my former friends decided to get me a Hay Bear target, and that's what that is. I'm telling you, I'm blessed. Oh man, now you can't miss the target painted on that, right? Sure, we'll say that. There's no way I can miss that, right? Sure. So anyway, there you go. That's the Hay Bear story. If you hadn't already heard it, that's the Hay Bear story. 8. 18. Put a nick in it. And there we go. Can I stretch and kick? I don't know if I even want to know. Pepe Le Pew. Yeah. Exploding sheep, bulletproof hay bears, all kinds of stories here on Bar Run Farm, Bar Run Forge. Practice makes perfect. That's true. First rule of hay bear is don't ask about hay bear. Good point. That's a good point. Just say it was 500 yards out and the wind was 10 knots out of the east. Yeah, I would have been able to do that if it hadn't been for the fact that everybody was watching and they knew what the conditions were. Other than that, That would have been easy. Somebody said I couldn't hit the broadside of a hay bale. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, don't distract me. So that means it's past your bedtime, but you don't sleep either, so neither one of us do. And you start to use phrases like when you get to be my age, right? But you got to rub your belly while you say it, right? Yep, get to be my age. Even Chuck Norris would have missed. That's true. That's true. Did you guys know Chuck Norris is 83? 83 years old. He's older than El Guapo. Yeah, you got stroke. Used to be at my age. All right, let's do a little bit more adjustment on that. Just a little bit. Then we'll kind of squeeze them shut. Half a century, that's right. Half a century. I went to a meeting for our church camp, and I realized most of the other, we call them deans, the people who are in charge of a week at camp, were not even alive when I started doing church camp. That made me sad. That was a good indicator right there. Hey, dummy, you're getting old. Yeah, there were some of them there who've been there for a while, and we're like, wait, when was that? When was that building around? And they were talking about buildings that were new when I was going there as a camper. Like, oh, okay. Well, I hate you all. I hate you all. Pretty exciting stuff, huh? All right, we're getting there. Tongs are getting close. You're just a pup, Roy. That's true. Three, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, that was true. That was fun to write. All right, so let's give this a little bit of squeeze here. See if we can't come up with some barbecue tongs out of the mess. 44. Roy, you're 44? You're not 44, are you? Need to get a little bit more distance on that one side. Get them all nice and even. I can always say this with confidence. I let Roy tackle me, okay? I let Roy tackle me. I don't care what anybody says. All right. And don't let him tell you any different. Don't let him tell you any different. Troy is. Oh, Jeff Killian's here. Jeff's going to be here next month. Troy's a stout little fella, huh? Stout little fella. Why, thank you. I think. Okay, now I think we got it. Try to get those matched up. Now, let's see here. What do I want to do? We got them together. Now we need to get them apart a little bit. Stop it. You stop now. Now you're teasing. Now you're making fun. Not fun. Hurt my feelings. I'm old. You got to be gentle with me. You got to be gentle. Where's that? Right here. All right, we'll see how those work. That might be all right. One last little adjustment here. Stand by. Stand by for news. Paul Harvey would say. All right, got that in there. We're going to move that a little that way. Oh, I like that. That's good. new daddies sharing new daddy events. Okay. Well, I think we got some barbecue tongs. What time is it? 7:35. Did I miss 7 o'clock bacon? Well, everybody, that is my version. I've got to, like I said, I got to put up a little bit of cleanup on the spatula itself, but there's a set of tongs, the roasting fork, the steak turner, and the spatula. Nice little cook set going out to Mike and Terry over at MT Homestead to give away for their get together. And I didn't have a whole lot of other projects. I was going to ask everybody's opinion. Like I said, I got this Hoffy hammer for my birthday, and you can kind of tell it's there's Matthew himself and Corey that I didn't say hi to. You can kind of tell this needs some cleanup and some love. Definitely needs a better wedge on the handle. But how many of you have ever used a Hoffy style hammer? Of course, you know we mourn Uh, Mr. Hoffy, Yuri Hoffy, has passed away. But if you've ever used a Hoffy style hammer, there are some features about it that are kind of interesting that are not like most other hammers. First of all, its length is not really incredible. Video inception, a YouTube video while watching. Yes, yes, it is. For all my MCI fathers on here, I'll be expecting my share of tobacco child support. Yes, of course. Don't you work for the postal service? Yeah. Anyway, okay. So it has some things that are different than most hammers, and one of them is this distance here for the same weight of hammer. It's a little bit more compact. Um, and the other thing is the way the cross peen is designed. I mean, it's a pretty rounded, but also comes with a bit of a point. The other thing that I've noticed, and I noticed about other Hoffy hammers, is the front face here is curved like this, okay? And I will dress the sides because the sides are flat. But I know that's for design. I know that's on purpose. And from what I understand, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, purpose of that face is for a couple different things. If you want to draw material out, you consider a flat face blow from a face that is like this. That will have a tendency to move the material out. Um, and then if you use the edge, if you're a corner, if you want to draw in the corner, um, there's even more of a tight radius there. But there is essentially a flat face here. This is not a hammer. It's easy to make flat stock with. Part of the reason is if you angle your hammer here like this, you've got a flat surface there or there. So like maybe if you're working an edge on something, this might come in handy. And I'm looking forward to using it and kind of getting a feel for it. But yeah, it does have some unique characteristics about it that I'm kind of looking forward to using. So I was excited about that. That was a really cool thing. Your palm goes on top. Not sure what you're talking about, Pumpkin Patch. From what I understand, you are supposed to hold it a little different than most hammers. Okay, the palm goes on top, is what you're saying. I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. Just kind of use it and get a good idea of best ways to use it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about having that. I'm trying to think about what else was going on in here before I jump into maybe the possibility of another project, which I really don't want to do. Because, like I said, I've kind of struggled a little bit today with little tummy issues. Your paintings are already priceless, buddy. Any art you will find from John Coffey and Coffey Studios is priceless. That is for sure. Roy Troy is old enough to be your dad, though not likely. That's true. There are some similarities. There are some similarities. I mean, if I was able to make Eli, never know. So anywho, trying to think what else I wanted to have a conversation with you guys on because I think I'm done forging for this evening. By myself, um, and I've gotten done what I really intended on doing. I've been working like a madman on this planter bit, so kind of wore out a little bit. I hate to say that way, being the old guy that I am. I like to keep up a little bit more than that. I did work till about 11 or 11:30 last night on everything. But Kenny says the smoothest finish hammer I have is slightly domed. It's actually a yam ham. Okay. Yam ham, is that number 26 you say? From Yamez. But yeah, I mean, you can do it. There's no question about that. I'll tell you what has become my daily driver. For the longest time, my daily driver was the kind of modified rounder that Hans and I made at his shop. About a 2 pounder, little thereabouts, with a different handle than what he normally makes a little bit. Um, so I like the little bit beefier handle, a little thicker handle, just because of my hand issues. So I like them that way. He likes a little bit more square. And then my daily driver has become this Andrew Larson, about 2 pound cross peen, and I absolutely love this hammer. It's, I mean, the forge to finish on. If you know anything Andrew Larson has made, everything is forged to finish and does just an amazing job. Um, it had one of those really tight, small, square handles on it, and I can't do those. It wore me out, and it was short. It was only about this long, and I I loved using it, but it would just wore me out in a hurry because that tiny handle. I felt like I was always trying to get in on it. I just could never feel comfortable with it. So I put a style of handle on it that we normally use, and immediately I went to using it constantly. I mean, this is my everyday driver right now. I probably use this right now. I probably use this hammer the most, and that hammer second most. And I'm usually most use this for kind of smaller work, easier work, and then I will go to move, draw out metal generally, kind of move more metal. I'll use one of our, well, literally hammer number one made here in the shop, the straight peen. It's about 2.5, maybe a little more, maybe closer to 3. But it will move, definitely move metal. I like this one. But yeah, the Andrew Larson hammer, that's my daily driver now. Cross peen, really nice face on it. So yeah, that is a handy little hammer. And then a lot of times I will switch over to this little hammer. This is a cross peen kind of designed after Andrew Larson's style we tried to do. This is like the ones we made at the gathering last year. So everybody came away with one of these little dudes, and handy little hammers, man. Great little hammers. I know I know what Roy generally uses almost exclusively. If I'm not mistaken, Roy, you're at about a pound and 3/4, around 2 pounds. Is that about right? Cross peen, kind of longer handle. Um, not really sledgehammer handle, but a little bit of a swell, but a little bit bigger, thicker. Uh, Possum Sausage says 3 pound Warwood sledge. Oof. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that all day long. So what's going on here? Strawberry shortcake. Um, is that a Rob hammer? Which one? Oh, if you're talking about the one that Rob made, that went to Kyle. Kyle has that. I don't know if he finished that yet or not. Kyle, if you finish that hammer, I want to see it. Okay, pound and 3/4 cross peen. That's kind of what I thought. Hammers are such a great tool. Yep. Couldn't be happier with my daughter. Very good. I know a guy that makes really ugly hammers. No, you make really nice hammers. There's a couple ball peens and some others from Wayne Heights that are great hammers. Eli, those are his daily drivers, are the Wayne Heights hammers. John Coffey says my go-to is a Frenchy style from Hans. Bobby from Dogbone says Alex Hanneman made my daily driver, 2.5 pound rounding. We've got a couple billets set ready to go for, Roy, don't listen, for a couple rounders. One is to go to a client, one is to stay here. We just wanted to have one and make one, a little bit bigger of that style. And then we're making an elephant foot flatter um, set hammer as well, and a couple other things here. So let's see. Anybody else on your daily drivers? 2.5 pounder that I made a year ago. Pumpkin Patch says. What's the style on that? Is that a cross peen, straight peen, double diagonal? What do you got? No, there's no metal. The forge is empty of metal at the moment. Use a 3 pound and a 2 pound first degree forge hammer. There you go. John Coffey says got a Hanneman hammer. Hanneman hammer Dog bone, not too bad. Got the dad knee up. Hint, hint. That's. Will says Caleb Wahlberg 2-pound cross peen. That seems to be about right. Nasty rounding hammers. Yeah, I know. Read the joke I wrote up top. Oh shoot, I missed it. Sorry, buddy. Daniel Baca, 2-pound flat round. Yep. I don't even know Bill Corey. You know, dude. Let's see. Wayne, yeah, send me some ugly hammers. That's what everybody else saying. Michael Hayes says my daily driver hammer is from a box store, about a 16 ounce. It's all right. And if you want to buy one, there's some really great guys on here that make some fantastic hammers. I am not one of them. I do not make fantastic hammers. I make utilitarian hammers. Pumpkin Patch says cross peen 4140. There you go, square face. Eric says 2-poundish cross peen, 16 ounce or smaller. Sell really fast on Etsy. Corey Shire says 1.75-pound cross peen. Drew says my grandfather's 3-pound cross has no markings on it at all. Wow. The hammer I use most is Hex. What a shocker. What a shocker. Going to grind. Oh, that okay. I know what you're talking about. That big, beautiful hammer that was working on here. Rob Huff was working on in Eli. I have several hammers, all styles. Use my first hammer I made, 2-pound straight peen. There you go. I want to make another fancy hammer here soon. That's fine. Just send it to me when you're done. I'm sure nobody will want it. I'll make a hammer-ish. Roy even witnessed it. 2-pound old hickory forge cross peen. That guy, that's a talented dude as well. Very good. Well, one I want is a double diagonal. I've seen a few of those in person. I know Bob Bew has made some of those. Went to Hammer Inn last year. Tried the shop owner's 3.5-pound rounder is too much. Yeah, I get it. And those guys that do the 3-pounders and 3.5-pounders, whatever, let it rip, man. Have at it. I get the concepts for it and all that kind of stuff. Just not for me. Eli is on his way back from vacation, so he'll be back for our next get together. No, that's not a problem. Somebody came in here the other day, and I'm just starting my collection. They were like, "How many hammers do you have?" And that's not enough. That's not in existence. It's not a possibility. Uh, Ibaka, I'm making a double from a 6-pound sledge. There you go. Just my opinion, but a 2-poundish with a diagonal peen, according to your hammer hand is ball. That's a good one. That's definitely. I want a diagonal peen. I would love to have a diagonal peen. That's one of the ones we've talked about making for sure. Is a diagonal peen. I have straight peen I made from a mall. Found on the side of the road. Perfect. Just as much of my yam ham. 26. Yeah, I like the straight peen. I really do like straight peen, but I would really like to have a diagonal. Have I figured out vacation? Well, Michelle's having surgery in May and then having another surgery in August, or a procedure in August that she'll be down for a week or so. And then depending on how crops go, things like that, we're hoping that it is coming your way. We're hoping. We actually had to cancel our trip that we planned out to the Ozarks in May, Memorial Day week. But it is what it is. We'll get. There will be a day, buddy. We will be in your neck of the woods at some point, and we will get to hug on necks and handle that little youngin' for sure. Looking into a bigger hammer rack. Yeah, Eli and I just talked about that. We're going to have to do some adjustments on tooling and hammers and tongs and punches and stuff like that. Our travel unit is getting filled up, and anyway. So anyway, it is now 7:51, 52. Is that right? So we yammered on for a little bit and talked a little bit. I want to share some things with you before we head out. First, your German Shepherd shot with a BB gun. Dadgummit. I hope it wasn't a malicious way. I hope it was an accident, but I hate that that happened. But so this weekend coming up is indeed Easter, and we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. So that's a kind of an important thing for us, and we're looking forward to that celebration as well. Tomorrow evening, I have to go to I get to go to a Good Friday um, service, and they've asked me to sing for that. So I don't know what they were thinking, but they asked me to sing for that, and we'll go there. And we got a picture today that a big tree had fell into the parking lot of the church. So we got to go clean that up tomorrow, and tons and tons of stuff here on the farm to get ready for planting season, the garden, and everything else. Um, I agree with you, Bobby. That rack is a fantastic setup. I hate him for it. I love him and I hate him for it all at once. But anyway, yeah, that's a great setup. That I'll tell you, that plasma table, Roy will probably tell you, it has revolutionized things for him for sure, and it's just been a blessing. We're really hoping um, when Eli gets back, he's going to really hit the technology side of that. We've run some things on our plasma table, and the main thing right now is to get design and files headed that way. It works great. Everything on it is working fantastic. We've actually, um, Jeff, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's humbling. I make a joyful noise. Our grinders are hanging up on actually the first thing that we made on the plasma table. These little grinder holders, angle grinder holders. So that came in handy pretty quickly. Down tree, yes. Uh, and if you want to, I don't know how good it is. It's I don't know what the insides of those will look like, John, but that pickup truck of yours, we can fill it if you want, but I don't know how good it is. I have no idea. But yeah, we definitely have a busy weekend, a celebratory weekend, a moment of reverence as well. Um, but man, we just continue to be so blessed here. The shop is currently in an absolute disaster mode. We're trying to get this area cleaned out so that the stuff that's in the way right now we've kind of piled up. It's got to go over here in the other part of the shop, which is going to end up being the fabrication shop where the lathe and the eventual mill and some of the other stuff is going into. But in the meantime, it's all sitting in here, waiting to go in there, which will allow me to clean this area up and get it all organized. We've got a big plan for back there in that portion of the shop. The Lord is just He's blessing us, and we're trying to be responsible with it and humbled by it, and it's just such an amazing time. And I know not everybody's uh, experiencing all the major blessings we are. I mean, financially, we're not, it's not rolling in here by any stretch of the imagination. We're still just day to day and doing what we got to do. But GW Railroad says, GWI Railroad says, "Hi everyone, hello," and we're getting ready to leave. So, guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you coming in, and hanging out with us, and spend some time with us. With Eli not being here, uh, that evil monster is not going to eat me. It'll be all right, Bill. It'll be all right. But no, we don't have a mill. I have my eyeball on one, and if finances are such that we can do that, there's a unit that's supposed, if finances will allow, will be here in the next 2 weeks. But right now, that money is just not there. So uh, we're gonna it will be here when it comes, and I'm not gonna be over anxious about it. You know, I'd love to have it here for the gathering. It may or may not be here, so that's all right. I'm going to head out. God bless you guys. I appreciate every time you guys come in and check us out and hang out with us. You guys are such a blessing to us. Um, make sure you keep an eyeball out for all our content. The biggest thing you can do right now, we have a challenge for everybody's here. Don't go yet. Please don't go yet. We have a challenge out there, and I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen crazier things happen. Right, Roy? Uh, if we hit 5,000 subs, we are at a little over 33 3330 or something like that today, 33 something. If we hit 5,000 subs by the end of the gathering, we are going to do a 12-hour live stream, and the plan is to give away one of those Doyle anvils. So share the video out, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies, go check out Bar Run Forge, because we want to do what we've really wanted to do, and that is to share out and bless everybody as best we can with what we have. So God bless you guys. We will see you on the next one. If you have any needs, get a hold of us. You've got my phone number. You've got everything you need to get a hold of me. Give me a call, whatever. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.